Good afternoon, traders. Happy Hump Day Wednesday to you all. On this cold Wednesday. I'm down here in Florida, but the temperature feels like we're in Minnesota somewhere for right now. So right now you can't escape the cold anywhere right now, but it's a nice change up. Definitely a change up for us down here. It's down here in the 30s right now, 30s with the wind chills in the 20s. So that's some interesting weather for us. Hey guys, but I want to just go ahead and hop into the trades real quickly, guys. I actually ended today gross profit was up $61, guys. But after commissions, because I overtraded, I'm down $19.72. So I basically gave back yesterday's profits. Um, but I am actually up if you minus the commission. So um, I'll go ahead and get right into it, guys. Today was actually a battle. It wasn't easy, guys. But I stuck to my strategy, guys. That's the key. Stick to your strategy, no matter what. I can give you a good reference. Shout out to Mark Douglas. You guys go and read Trading in the Zone. That book really will help you big time psychologically, because what he explains is basically, if you stick to your strategy, the laws of probability, if you have back tested it and you see that you're 70% winner or 60% of the time winner, the law of averages will work itself out. So meaning, if you take a loss or two, but you stick to the strategy, eventually you're gonna hit your numbers. So definitely a good read, guys, and I took heed to that today. I am, what is it, 4 of 6 today. 4 winners out of 6 trades today, guys. So actually, my win percentage is super high today. Actually, let me actually do the math on that. Let me see here. I didn't even do the math on that, but you get the idea. So sorry about that. 4 6. So I'm 66% profitable right now on the day. 66% win rate on the day. So guys, I'll go over the trades real quickly. And yeah, guys, it was a battle. I actually started out the day down. I think after commissions, like the net was, it got all the way down to 109 with the first 2 trades. My first 2 trades were losers, but then the next four in a row were all winners, guys. I stuck with the plan, and then it paid off for me. All right, so I'll go ahead and get right into it. So I started out the morning with TRIL. So TIRL, I saw that popping up. I'm not sure. Nope, it didn't have news. But sometimes, guys, you'll get technical breakouts. So I'm not. I concern myself with the news, but to be honest, I really look at the charts, guys, and just keep up with the technicals. And sometimes a stock can break out just off a technical breakout, because it met a level, or if it's oversold or overbought. You have algorithms and other traders influencing and moving that stock because it hits certain levels. So anyway, I saw it moving. So I took my first trade after the bell, guys. Today it was at 9:34. All right. So I got in, guys. I saw that this was pretty much a resistance level around these levels here. Actually, was a support, and then the stock broke above it. So I got in at 9:34 for the break over that. I got in this candle, but see the thing is, I got in. It was shooting up so fast that I actually got in at the tip top. I just realized that I got in at the tip top of this, guys. As you can see at 3.28, $3.28. This is where I got in, guys. I got a small win. Well, I got up a little bit. I was anticipating it to go up to 350, so I went ahead and added at 332. Okay, and then I added shares there, as you can see, and then as you can see, it just flushed. It flushed all the way back down. So I got out at 310. I actually got out a little lower than I wanted. I had a stop at like was it 318? I think it was, yeah, 318, right around this area. But it flushed so quickly that I got slippage, and I just got out wherever I was able to get out, and that was at 310. All right, so that was a loss. That was with the it was my average was like 330, so it was about a 20-cent loss, guys. 20 cents on 300 shares. As you can see, that's like $60. Because I got up to 300 shares and it was 20 cents down. So that was $60 right quick. I was down $60, guys, before commissions. All right, so I say, okay, I'm just gonna stick to the plan. At that point, I was under the equity. I was down to like 450. So what would happen is they would allow you, CMEG, they'll allow you to continue using margin, as long as your equity in total stays above 350 for that day. So now, if I would have opened up tomorrow under 500, then then the buying power disappears, and now you're just using your own equity. So I kept that in mind. I didn't make that hurry me into other trades, but I did keep that in the back of my mind, like, hey, I need to get back over 500. You know what I mean? If I want to trade tomorrow. So anyway, I took that trade, took that loss. So GNPX, which is one that a lot of people were watching, GNPX. It was a lower price stock. I usually don't even like to trade stocks under $3, but I was looking for something, looking for an opportunity. So I saw this. I marked up my levels. As you can see here, it looks like it has heavy resistance here. And yeah, I can even show you. I'll zoom in. You see how many times, like for days and weeks actually, it stayed at this. It never crossed over this 185, 190 area. See what I'm saying? So I marked that up, and sure enough, that is a very strong level, because as you can see, when you go down to the 1 minute, I got in, because it actually. Let me see here. I got in at 939, which was right here. So I saw it. I saw it go above that strong level. You know what I mean? As you can see on daily, if you were trying to stay into my mindset, it never crossed over 185, 190. It never got over, basically never got over 190 over like a 1-2 week period on the daily chart. So once I saw it got over 190, I'm like, oh man, this is strong buying. A lot of strong buying pressure to push this thing past that old resistance level. So I went ahead and bought the breakout at 939 for 199 for the break of $2 basically. So that was in this candle right here. And look where I got it. Two trades in a row. I got it just at the tippy top. I mean, it got here, and then the next candle it did get up to exactly two, but then it flushed down from there. So I took a 14-cent loss on that, which with 200 shares, that's $28. So yeah, I was down on those two. So right there, I was down like 80 dollars and some change, gross, and then with commissions, I was down 109. That was the most I was down today. I said, okay, all right, I'm gonna stick to the plan, guys. I'm not gonna let it discourage me. I'm not gonna let that cloud my mind, and that's what you guys, can. If anything, you can learn from this video is to learn that just stick to your plan. Don't change the plan. Stick to the plan. And eventually, if you have back tested it and you have proven that it is a successful, viable plan, then don't fret. Don't worry. It'll get better. So, at that point, I'm like, okay, if I have one more loss, then I'll call it a day. If I go three down straight, then that means my mind is gone. My mind is just not fit for trading today. So it's time to hang it up. So I said one more. So all right, I went back to the well, went back to TRIL. Okay, I took a trade. Like I said, guys, where am I? Okay, here we are. All right, it was very whippy, guys, but what I noticed, this is what brought me back here. I noticed it was creating higher highs and higher lows. So, guys, what does that usually mean? That usually tells you the stock is, is trending higher. It was trending higher, and if you look at the daily, there's really no resistance nearby. The closest resistance, well, which is actually a support, comes it comes at around the $4 area, and I have it marked up. Let's see, like right here it bounced off. Right over here it bounced off. As you can see, you see this, it's clear as day. So I was looking at that and I'm like, okay, it has room to run. And then it's just coming off of a strong move up or impulse move up, and then it, did a small pullback on the daily. So I just knew that this stock was strong. And then on the intraday, I'm seeing higher highs and higher lows. So I kept it on watch. So boom, I got in. Now, so this one I was waiting on opportunity. So I ended up getting back in at 322. 320. The price of 322 at 954. So that was right here. So I got in down here. What I saw was, as you can see here, this this pre-market resistance, and I was buying it for the break. Is basically what I was doing. I was buying it for the break of the pre-market high. Okay, and I got in this candle at 322. I added at 323 when it showed a little strength, and then from there it pushed up to 320. It actually pushed up to like 330, and I saw it hanging around there, and it came back in this candle. So I just got out at 328, knowing how whippy it was. I'm telling you honestly, this one was a trickier one. Because as you can see, you just look at the wicks. That tells you basically how much of whipsaw this thing had today. You see all these top wicks, but not only top wicks, you have bottom wicks, wicks everywhere. So usually that's a sign that a stock is very highly volatile and is not the easiest to trade. But I stuck with it, so I took my profit there. 5 cent gain. What did I tell you guys yesterday about? I gave you the football analogy. Taking those 2 yard runs, taking those 2 yard dump offs, passes, um, 2, 3 yard, 4 yard passes. Those they add up. They set you up for the big play because now you can hit them with the play action and you get a big home run. And I'll get to that in a minute. All right, so that was that. Then the next trade I took, I just basically, and then I found NTRP. All right. Now it had a daily level at this green line here. I'm not gonna pull it out right now. You get the idea. Um, I got in that at what time was it? 10:07 at $3.28. Right. So that was over here. I'm gonna show you exactly where it was. 10:07. Okay, so that was in this candle here. Now I knew it was. I did take a chance here because I did see the resistance here, but I basically was betting that it'll get up at least to it and then come down. You know what I mean? It didn't have much room to run, so that wasn't the most ideal trade, if I have to be dead honest. But um, I just figured it was heading up, higher highs, higher lows. You have to watch those things. Higher highs, higher lows. That tells you, if you go back to just the basic fundamentals of a chart, that tells you that a stock is in an uptrend. So I saw that. I jumped in at 328, added at 333, and then I ultimately sold 10 cents higher at 343. So I actually got out up here, and it was at a good time. It was at a good time because right after that is when it bailed down. Now it eventually, an hour or two later, it did come back up, but as you can see, I got out just in time, and then it went on ahead and flushed off. All right, so I took that profit, guys. Another thing, why my commission was so high, as you can see, I did a lot of ads. It's good to do ads, but when your account is this low, it's kind of tricky because every ad is gonna take $5, $10 off your commission. So you got to be very selective with it. So that's one reason my commission was so high. Other than that, I would have been definitely up, but I took a couple ads instead of just one shot positions. So anyway, that was that trade. Went back to TRIL. Not gonna make this video too much longer because I don't like to watch the videos when they're too long. But let's see here. I got back in. I'm gonna show you where this whole home run thing came from. So at 10:16, I saw it going up. I see it's trending up. Got in. Got a quick profit around this area here. Now, like I was telling you about the 2 yards, 3 yards pickups, and then set you up for the play action. All right, so here's that play action move right here. The last trade I made here, TRIL, I did it at 11:16, right? Okay, so it was around this area here, right? I saw that it was still making the higher highs, and I saw the fake flush. Every now and then you're gonna see a flush. You know, it's various reasons why this happens. It could be a market maker hunting. It could be stop losses. A lot of stop losses triggered. A lot of them might have got triggered right under this area here, under this 330 area. So you know, a stop loss, and then that just sets off all stop losses. Like say you had one set, or the algorithm has one set, and it's just a chain reaction. But once I saw it come back over it, that showed me strength. That showed me that it's still in the uptrend, but it just got a lot of people out of the way, right? You know, when you look at the markets for long enough, you kind of can read that. So anyway, I got in here at 11:16. I was pretty sure it was still in the uptrend, so I got in at 342. Added at 343 because I could see that it had strength, and you see the shoot up. Got all the way up to 368. And do you see where I got out? I got out at 366. So I literally got out just about at the top. And the reason why I got out is you can see this trend line here. You see the trend line, how it basically, and this trend line I had already drawn out. This was before I got in the trade. This was here. But do you see how the stock just about reacted off of it? I had it drew up from way back here. I got out over here. So those trend lines, as you can look now, see how you can see it live that the stock is heading up near this 382. It hit 378. It's heading up near this trend line. You see how powerful these things are. You don't have to have a whole lot of indicators or anything, but just the basic tools, the trend lines and stuff like that. You see how it's responding and reacting and respecting this, even though it's been drawn up. So anyway, that's what I got out. Ended the day up $61 before commissions. After commissions, $19, negative $19.72. I'm just happy to be back in over the $500 mark. But I stuck with the plan, guys. If you could take anything from this, guys, like I said earlier, just stick with your plan. But make sure you have back tested it first. Don't just come in here with a plan, you know, but you don't have enough history on it to know if it's sustainable. If you know how many times out of 20 trades do you win? How many times out of 50 trades do you win? Or even how many times out of 10 trades do you win? You want to do those things first. You know, so if out of 10 trades you only get 3 right, then that may be something you may have to change there. So anyway, yeah, you see $40 here, and it's pretty much a 2-to-1 profit loss. If you look here, my profit 49, 40 here, and then my loss was only 28. So basically 2-to-1, guys. All right, so that's it for today, guys. I'm happy to be back over the 500, so I can continue going with this challenge. A little bump in the road, but sticking to the strategy in the long run will get you to success. Guys, you have a good one. Take care.